One sister sent me an email the other day. She said, Dr. Umar, I just found out my man was cheating. What should I do? Should I leave? I said, do you want the truth? She said, yes. I said, well, I can't tell you what to do, but I'm going to tell you what not to do. Don't tell that man you leaving if you not. Did y'all hear me, ladies? Y'all can sell some wolf tickets. Get you black women, oh, you can tell him to go to hell and back, and he come home, you still there. Don't tell me you leaving me, and don't. Because when you don't, you just told me that you are powerless against me. You think I'm cheating now? You ain't seen nothing! Once I know that you not leaving. There's rules to the game, ladies. And before you go running off letting him know you know he got another, you got to decide whether you staying or not. I didn't say you couldn't tell him, but don't lie. Don't say I'm leaving you if you cheat again. Be honest. Say, you know what? If this happens again, I might be on my way out the door. He going to take that seriously. Because you didn't say you would. You said you might. That means you're trying to prepare yourself to leave me if I don't start treating you a certain way. But if you tell me you definitely leaving, and I know you ain't got no self-esteem, and that's another problem. Black woman and black man. If I was in charge of dating, you could not date with low self-esteem. Because people with low self-esteem are likely to get abused, beat up, taken for granted, exploited, and thrown away. And black woman, you got to understand something. The average black man can smell a sister with low self-esteem a mile away. He can smell you. You can see the woman who ain't been on a date in 20 years. She's thirsty. So ladies, my point is what? Never look thirsty! You better cut it out. Listen to me, black woman. I know black women say, well, Dr. Umar, what are we supposed to do? In most of our cities, there's one black man for 8 black women. What are we supposed to do? What's the ratio in Oakland, male to female? 1 black man for how many black women? It ain't no damn 20, that's crazy. If it's 15 to 1, I'm coming! No, I'm kidding. Let's say 1 to 8. We gonna say 1 to 8. Stay with me, black woman. Stay with me. So you think you outnumber because it's 8 of y'all for every 1 man. But let's break it down. 1 brother, 8 women. First of all, 2 of those women are crazy as hell. He ain't even playing. So now that took you down to 6. 2 of them are married. That took you down to 4. At least 1 or 2 of them gay. That took you down to 1. So my point is, ladies, don't feel that you're outnumbered, because once you get rid of all the sick cases, it ain't but a 1 to 2 ratio. But the most attractive thing about a woman to a man is her self-confidence, not her looks. Some of y'all invest all this money in your hair, and all this money in your body, and all this money in your clothes. That's not the main thing that grabs a man. What grabs a man is a woman's confidence. A woman could be drop dead gorgeous with low self-esteem. It will pay her no mind. Another woman could look half as good as her, but she exudes something that say, I'm somebody and you will not treat me less. Oh, we love her. Because a man likes a woman who makes him respect her. Did you hear that, black women? You want to get your man attention? Next time he do something you told him not to do, tell him I'm going to stay at my sister's for a month. The worst thing you can do to a black man's ego is leave when we don't think you had the guts to. You don't let him take you for granted, black woman. I don't care if you've been married to him 30 years. You let him know you still got it. If you think it's like that, boo-boo, I will show you a few things. Are you sure you want to do that? You keep your self-respect at all times. And for my brothers, I know some of y'all believe in plural marriage. I don't have a problem with plural marriage. I'm probably going to have 2 wives myself, because I got a lot of work to do for the people. If you believe in plural marriage, let her know. I don't think you have a right to lie to a sister, though, and make her think she's the only one. And then she find out later that somebody else is having your baby. that you had another wife on the side. If you're a polygamist, be a polygamist. I don't have a problem with it. She might not have a problem with it if you was honest with it. But don't lie. Let her choose whether she wants to be a co-wife. Okay? Now some of y'all sisters, y'all do polyandry. Y'all got multiple husbands. Now, I don't want nothing to do with it. But men got a right to choose whether they want to be with a woman who's polyandrous. Okay? Those are the rules of the game. Now I had one sister sent me an email and told me that her her current husband just confessed to her that he was gay up until 5 years before they got married. Did y'all hear that? See, we like to lie to each other too much. When we date each other, we don't tell each other the truth. You lie. You tell them everything you think they want to hear until you get them. And then once y'all get married, or once y'all moving together, or once y'all get engaged, or once somebody gets pregnant, and then the real you come out. You notice that? You say, damn, they was together for 15 years. Perfect. They got married and got divorced in a week. Why? Because once your ego realizes that you are in a situation that you're probably going to be in forever, it stops lying. And the real person comes out. Ladies, that's why you never really knew your man until you got pregnant. Now you really see what he's like. Because he's like, I got a baby with you, so I got to be with you forever, so ain't no need to keep on lying. I can take this Hollywood costume off. Remember, when y'all was dating, he used to open the door for you every day. Y'all been married, he didn't open the door since. Fellas used to cook for you every night when y'all was dating. Now y'all live together, she don't cook no more. You're like, baby, what happened? You used to cook all the time. Well, we married now. For what? You have to stay the person you was when y'all met. That's the key. Too many women give up being the women they were when they get married. But you got to remember something, ladies. That's what attracted me to you. What you were doing. Why did you stop being you? Men, the same thing. You got to stay what she was attracted to. Now you want to stop being you. Yes, you got to give up some of yourself for the relationship to work, but you don't give up all of yourself. Ladies used to go out with your girlfriends every Saturday. Keep going out with your girlfriends every Saturday. You don't stop being you. Marriage is about a co-partnership. Nobody has to give up totally their personality. And you also have to study each other's values. That's what's most important. We don't study people's values. We look for commonalities. So I'm a psychologist, she's a psychologist. I'm a Pan-Africanist, she's a Pan-Africanist. Her parents were married, my parents were married. It looks like we got it made, don't we? Problem is what? We didn't look at each other's values. She likes to spend money, I like to save it. She don't want no children, I want 10. She don't believe in God. I think God should be the center of our family's life. She thinks she can hang out with her girlfriends all weekend. I think she should be home with us and the children on Saturday and Sunday. You got to study the values. But the reason why we don't study the other person's values is we too busy trying to see if they can do for us what we need done. We can care less about their needs. You ain't get into that relationship to help nobody grow. You got into that relationship so they can serve you. You selfish ass. And you know what's bad? Some of the most selfish people in the world get married. You don't want to share. Why you get married for? Because it looks good. I'm running across all kind of black women who tell me the only reason why they got married is because he asked them. No, I'm being straight up serious. Why did you marry him? It don't sound like I had anything in common. Because he asked me. And I didn't think no other man would ask me because like you always talk about on YouTube. Only 1 out of every 4 black women get married, so if I didn't accept his hand in marriage, how do I know, Dr. Umar, if I would have ever got proposed to again? I understand you, black woman, but what you got to understand, being married and miserable is no better than being miserable by yourself. And then we got another problem in the black community called post-traumatic relationship disorder. You know what that is? Men and women suffer from that. That's when you move on to a new relationship when you know you're still in love with the old person. You was married for 3 years, got a divorce last week, and you already out at the club. Looking for a damn rebound. You ain't ready for no relationship because you ain't done fasting that other person's energy out of your spirit. See, when you are in a relationship, the two spirits become one. And when you separate, it takes time to heal. Male and female, brothers, we need time too. We try to act like we don't, but yes, we do. Post-traumatic relationship disorder, projecting onto your new partner all the faults of the old partner, not giving the new partner an opportunity to show who they are. They have to live in the shadow of somebody who hurt you. And now you're accusing them of stuff they didn't even do because you're still traumatized. Your ass needed to take a break. But because you're so miserable and can't stand being by yourself, you had to go run into another relationship so when the last one ended. Like a crackhead. You know people like that. He can never be without a woman. She can never be without a man. It's like, why can't you just chill for a few months? And then you got some women who was raised by their mothers and grandmothers to think the only way you can be a woman is if you can keep a man. That's the worst one. Because now she's judging her womanhood based on whether she can keep a man. And that's not good, because then, even if she has the worst scum in Oakland, she still thinks she's doing good because she got one. These are the realities of the situations, y'all. Remember something. All of us needed 3 things from our parents when we were born. Do you know what they are? Love, trust, reciprocity. Everybody in here needed that from your mother, and you needed it from your father. Love, trust, reciprocity. So let's say a girl didn't get no love from her dad. He was absent. He was in jail all her life. What does that mean? It means that if she's not conscious of that, she will grow up and become a hopeless romantic. That's the woman who falls in love with every man she meets because she's looking for a daddy. Let's say a man grew up and he could never trust his mother. His mother put her boyfriend in front of her. His mother put her career in front of him. His mother cared about everything but her son. He don't trust his mother. So guess what? When he starts dating women, he don't trust them either. My relationship with my mother is the blueprint for all others. A woman's relationship with her father, the one she had or didn't have, is the blueprint for all others. Does it mean she's doomed? No. Does it mean I'm doomed? No. It means that if I'm not conscious of the impact that it's going to have in my dating behavior, I can be doomed. It's about knowing yourself. You got to know that I'm predisposed to look for a man to validate me because I didn't have a father. Ladies, you got to know that. Fellas, you got to know I'm predisposed to mistrust women because I mistrusted my mother. If you're conscious of it, you can keep it under control. If you're not conscious of it, you can't keep it under control. These are the rules. So ladies, who are the types of men you need to be on the lookout for? The pimp. Who is he? This is the man who uses you for your financial resources. Credit card, money, credit line, pay my child support, clean my clothes. He's looking for a slave. And if you got low self-esteem, he will find you and use you. And once he sucked the last penny out of your pocket, he will drop you off in West Oakland, ride to North Oakland, and get a new one. That's the pimp. Then you have the player. He's the opposite of the pimp, but he's still a user. The player don't want your money or your car or your credit. He got his own. The player of Oakland is only looking for one thing: your cookie. Butter almond, butter pecan, sweet brown sugar, butterscotch, rum raisin, soft batch, fudge cookies! He is the Oakland Cookie Monster. And he goes through Oakland sampling all the cookies he can get. We got any Cookie Monsters in here, ladies? Y'all see any fellas, any Cookie Monsters y'all can put? Stop pointing at people. He admitted to being an Oakland Cookie Monster back then. Ladies, when you meet a man, you got to study that man to see whether or not he's a player for the moment or a player for life. All men play. But most men, when they find the right woman, they say, I found a dog. I'm going to fall back on these others. I got my queen. Most men do that. But some men are overgrown boys. Right. Even when they get married, they continue to play and play and play. And now he's 75 years old and still playing. So you got to be careful. Okay? Some men are going to play forever. Some women play forever. This is what I call the curse of the attractive black woman syndrome. Some women are so beautiful that they never want to give in to one man because they're so used to the attention they get from all men. Right. That's right. Got a little trauma going on. Ladies, remember, I don't care how gorgeous you are. You're going to want companionship at some point. Okay? Don't just keep playing because you're 45 and you still look like you're 25. But guess what? Okay? You're still going to fall out of attraction if you ain't had no kids, you ain't been married, and you're still looking that good. Guys are going to start questioning whether or not something's wrong with you. Don't mean it is. Don't mean it is. But when a guy meet a woman who's around 50, no children, never been married, and drop dead gorgeous, that's normally a sign that she's a player for life. You got to learn when to settle down. Fellas, you got to learn when to settle down. Okay? Because being the oldest man in the club ain't cute no more. Okay? I ain't stepping on no toes, Emma. So that's the pimp, that's the player. Then you got the couch potato, spoiled ass black man. This is a man who grew up in a house where his mother did everything for him. He didn't have to do nothing. He didn't even have to clean. She cleaned. And guess what? He's a grown man, 35. And guess what his mother's still doing? Coming to his house, doing his laundry, cooking his breakfast, and then got a nerve to try to tell you how to take good care of her son. Couch potato. You don't need that, ladies. Some of y'all dealing with couch potatoes. Mama's boys. Every time y'all have a relationship problem, he telling his mother to tell you what to do. The relationship ain't between you and his mother. The relationship between you and him, and if you keep on bringing his mother into it, you might have to kiss that one goodbye. Because no woman going to keep sending a father to deal with me. I'm not dating you, I'm dating your daughter. And if she got to keep calling you, me and her don't need to be together because she obviously an overgrown woman, overgrown little girl. Parents got to stay in their place. Okay? So you got the pimp, you got the player, you got the couch potato, then you have the predator. This is no laughing matter, he's dangerous. Who's the predator, black woman? This is the man who abuses his women. It starts off good, and then he works like a psychologist. He cuts away all your support. He gets you away from your girlfriends. He gets you away from your family. You used to go to church with your mother every Sunday. Now he talking, why you gotta go to church for? Because I always go, my mother. Well, tell your mother you got a man now. You're supposed to be home with me. You go out with your girlfriends once a week for lunch. Why are you going out with them? Because this is what we do. Not no more. You got a man now. He makes you feel guilty about being the person you always was. And then he starts verbally abusing you. He starts saying things to undercut you, black woman. All this verbal abuse. And then the next thing you know, he starts threatening to hit you. Then he starts throwing things around the house. You come home now, there's holes all in the wall. He's been practicing. It's not funny. This is real. Because black women are more likely to be abused than any other woman. Why is that, black man? Why are we more likely to abuse our women? Because we suffer more stress than any other man. And most of us bring that stress home to our women because we ain't got nowhere else to take it. And that's why black men have to form social support networks, brother circles, where we can come to places like this and just talk about being a man and the stress that we go through instead of going home and beating on our women. And ladies, I'm going to tell y'all this as a therapist and as your brother. If he hits you once, he's going to hit you again. How can I be so sure? Because the impulse to beat a woman isn't something that you think of in the moment. It is a seed that has been growing in his subconscious and the opportunity for fruition has come. And that first smack is like an initiation into the rest of them. And black woman, you got to know when it's time to get up and walk and stop making excuses for being abused. We're married, so God wants you to get your ass whipped. We have kids. Oh, so you think it's a good thing for the kids to see their mother being beat by the husband? So you want your daughter to be more willing to accept domestic abuse herself because she saw her mom get beat? You want your son to be more likely to beat on his women because he saw his mother get beat? Do you know that's where kids learn it from? So you think you're doing your kids a favor by staying with an abusive husband. No, you're not. All you're doing is making them see it as normal behavior. And black women, y'all got to do a better job supporting each other. Because when a black woman is going through domestic violence, she ain't got nobody she can go to. She can't go to the women against abuse because the white women treat her like she deserves to be beat. So all she got is other women, but black sisterhood is at an all-time low. Because y'all competing with the same pool of men. 10 women and they all want the same man, so y'all can't be sisters because we all vying for the same property. The war against black men has destroyed the sisterly bond amongst black women. Some of y'all still have it, but a lot of y'all don't because y'all compete. When a black woman comes into a place like this with her man, What's the first thing y'all do with y'all men? Y'all walk in the door and y'all scan the room for competition. And if you see another woman in there who you think might be your husband's type, you're not comfortable the whole lecture. You can't even pay attention to Dr. Umar because you keep looking at her to see if she's winking. Because you know it ain't enough men to go around. So what black women will have to do is have to come together. You have to have a conversation about that. What are y'all going to do about the shortage? If it ain't going to be polygamy, come up with something else. But you got to do something. Because what we got right now ain't serving nobody. You got men with 2 and 3 women, 5 and 6 different baby mothers, and they're not accountable to none of y'all because y'all don't want to admit y'all sharing when y'all know y'all are. If we going to be real, we got to be real. So you got the pimp, you got the player, you got the predator, you got the impregnator. He just goes around making babies. He don't take care of none and he don't claim none. He's just the impregnator, the Oakland impregnator. He got 25 baby mamas with 25 kids, and you ask him how many he got, he say 2.5. And then you got the professional, that's the black man who tries to act like he got more going for himself than he actually does. Which is an issue too. Brothers, don't try to make yourself be something you're not. How you doing, sister? You know I do security for Puff Daddy. How the hell you get to Manhattan every day from Oakland? I fly. And then when she gold digger, you get mad and call her gold digger, but you sold yourself to her based on your materialism. And ladies, if I'm going to talk about the types of men you should look out for, I got to tell the fellas the type of women he need to look out for. Fellas, who's the first type of woman you got to look out for? The homewrecker. You married men, some of y'all the dumbest people I know. You actually think that some other woman is going to remain a secret so your marriage can last? You believe that dumb stuff? As much competition between black women, you think you're going to get a black woman to stay silent her whole life about your relationship? You're an idiot. Of course she's going to tell you she don't want to break up your family to get in your life. She need to get her foot in the door. Hey baby, I know you got a wife. I don't want to destroy that. I love seeing a man with his kids. I just need some time for me. Okay. And then a year goes by, and now she's asking for more time. So you give her a little bit more. Now 2 years go by, she wants you to leave your wife. And you're like, wait a minute, baby, I told you I was married. I thought this, no, that's before we baked 2.5 bags of cookies. It's time for you to leave her now. I'm not leaving my wife for you. Don't call me, I'm changing my phone, my email, my Facebook. Stay away from her. You think it's over, black man? You know what she gonna do? She going straight to the wife. Now you come home, she on your couch with your wife, having tea out of your favorite cup. And all your bags is packed. And your son peeking out the hallway say, you are the dumbest. Fellas, no woman is going to remain a secret. You have to know sooner or later what you're doing in the dark or against your woman's back is going to come out. First of all, she already feels some type of way that she got to hide who she is. So sooner or later, she's going to bring it to the forefront. Or she's going to get pregnant on you. And now you really can't hide it because the baby looks just like you, big head and all. You talking about it ain't yours. So that's the homewrecker. And then you have the healer. Who's the healer, fellas? This is the woman who tried to turn you into something you're not. Ladies, you cannot change a man. Older women tend to be healers, but they can be younger women. A healer is a woman who don't think she can find a man that she wants, so she's going to find any man and change him into what she wants. This is the woman who would take her brother right off the corner. He's been an alcoholic for 50 years. But she thinks she could take him in, clean him up, rehab him herself, and run him for president in 2016.